SHOT Show 2018 at the Pelican booth, and this will be Gary. How you doing, sir?
Good morning, welcome.
Welcome, and I'm going to do the left-handed handshake from Boy Scouts and some of the tribes in Africa. So, couldn't help but notice that you've got a new logo.
Well, again, Pelican has evolved over 41 years now of a logo and a brand that everyone has understood and loved, very frankly. And we do a lot of variations of it. As our customer base gets new and younger, again, we've taken that null logo with the bird and our logo, and we change it differentially. But what we want to remember is that we're still that 41-year-old company that Dave Parker founded in 1978.
Now, I'm not a design guy, but quite frankly, the Pelican, the two Pelicans are at the base, kind of giving you your baseline of the origins of the company, and then kind of building up into, like you said, more of a almost like a recreational or lineup or approach.
Well, what is very funny about this logo, and again very dynamic, is that the logo itself is recognized.
Yeah,
the bird
and you mentioned you just saw this recently, correct?
Right.
Yeah,
just yesterday. Just yesterday.
Just yesterday, wow.
And again, if you think about it, the bird is the most recognizable brand in this industry. The made in the USA, most if not all of our injection molded products are proudly made and guaranteed in the United States. And then what is our motto? We're built to protect.
Absolutely.
Built to protect.
In many different ways.
Oh, for sure.
I think I told you, I've used the company's products since for some time now. Got a ways going. So what do we have new for 2018? Some specific highlights. You mentioned that there's quite a few new products, but you mentioned that you've got really, I think you said about 3 that are just really at the top tier.
Very exciting for this show. Again, not to degrade who we are. Black is black. That's what Henry Ford said many years ago when he see what was offered. But now is a new generation, and the new generation of Pelican is looking for a lot of fashion colors. So over the last 2 years, Pelican has introduced no less than 12 new color schemes in all their product categories. So that when black was king, now it's become tan, it's become OD green, it's become fluorescence. And now for 2018, we'll continue that trend, especially in our thermal business, with some outstanding colors that have done very well for us in all of our categories. And again, we're getting that great cross-section of this number one new customer, this new demographic, this new generation out here. And they're welcoming this.
Now, what colors are available with these more, I would call this more like a recreational line almost.
This is yes and no. Again, the thermal line is a result years ago of us manufacturing cases for the medical industry. And everybody go, well, that's great. Well, why couldn't we trade that into the cooler industry for recreation? So what we manufactured 5 years ago was a cooler line of products that literally did what everyone would want us to do, hold ice longer. As a matter of fact, almost up to 10 days on some of our styles.
Wow.
So right now, Pelican has come out with an entire line from a 20 quart all the way to a Marine 250 quart. We've come out with a wonderful line of thermal drinkware, both in cans and bottles. And then again, what you know Pelican for is cases.
Right.
This micro case has been one of our best sellers, watertight, submersible, have made this unit for so many years, and now this color, just this morning in 20 minutes, people are drawn to this booth because of this color scheme. How exciting is that?
Well, and you know what, in other applications it would also do well in the, what I like to call the gray man arena. You know, you don't want to be, you know, the tactical Tony guy with, as you said, the traditional black cases. And so there you go, you blend into other environments a lot better.
Well, like I said, there's a bigger customer out there. Everyone understands us. We really are the gold standard, as you know, of protective cases. And what's the best way to get the new customer is move into areas that are fashionable. And where would you do it more than in color?
Right. Now, what else do we have?
Well, again, taking that same theme, this particular category for 4 years has been the hottest category as a new category, thermal products. Our competitors started, some of us have followed suit, we made the better goods. So we're going to go to something that's very important to our company. Remember, we spoke about that logo, Made in America,
right?
Lifetime guarantee, putting Americans to work. Well, what a better way to do something as we get to the best part of the summer, 4th of July, than to come out with a cooler, our best seller, Made in America, red, white, and blue.
Beautiful.
So we're going to take this bestseller 20 quart,
Let's pop that open.
That it was actually designed not only to hold cans and food, but actually to hold your wine. The only manufacturer to come out with that particular design. And you know what's funny? Most 20 quarts carry 20 cans, but Pelican made something to hold 22 cans. So not only are we the best made, it's the most efficient.
The most capacity.
But what we like about this...
Now you said wine. Will it hold wine because of the height?
Because of the height,
interior?
We'll be able to get almost 5 bottles of your favorite wine. And if you think of this
but
size,
Gary, after that, you may forget where you left your Pelican case.
Absolutely. But again, if you look at it, it's designed the way that the manufacturing process works on this unit. It is very sleek. It's 30% lighter than our competitors.
Okay.
What
would the price point be on this?
This guy will retail at probably a price point that our competitors can't do. For 2018, our 20 quart is going to retail for $150.
Okay, very good.
Literally $50 to $100 less than our competition.
And is that regardless of the color scheme?
Regardless, we always keep continuity. Okay. The nice thing about this is that all of our best dealers and our best accounts here at SHOT Show will be able to bring this in and run this at 4th of July, supporting Made in America, USA. We haven't finished the design yet.
Okay, so that's still in progress.
Still in process.
What's the ETA of availability? Just a rough idea.
We'll ship this probably in April or May, and then our accounts will do their advertising, their promotion, put it in their stores, and have it ready for Father's Day and 4th of July.
Beautiful. Or as I like to say, Independence Day.
Independence Day. Last thing.
Go ahead.
When you're thinking of Pelican, as you go through our booth, you're looking at gun cases.
Right.
Gun cases, gun cases, gun cases.
Now you pulled this thing out of behind the curtain, the proverbial curtain.
Now,
so
what if I'm to say to you that you are the first journalist to have a look at something that hasn't been done in 28 years?
Now, Gary, you're don't try and seduce me with calling me a journalist. I think I'm more like an ape with a camera right now. But go ahead.
So, Pelican is redesigning. You know what has changed in 28 years? Everyone's tried to knock Pelican off. Everybody tries to come out with a different look, but they'll always say when they show it, this is just like a Pelican.
Well, and I got to admit that there was a time when I cannot recall, and I may be wrong, but I cannot recall. There is a time when I cannot recall there being any other hard case manufacturer than Pelican at the level of protection that it offers. And there may have been another company doing it, but I think you're spot on.
Well, as I said, we're the gold standard, so this is our new design case line.
Okay.
I can tell you that it will be back on the market around June or July.
Okay.
It has been designed to be a popular price point case business. We're going to do about 9 SKUs covering every size that has been successful for Pelican.
The predominant successful
Absolutely.
lines. Okay. Which makes sense. Why make a whole SKU, 100 SKU item when you have your more popular items?
Right.
Can you give me some points on this as far as how it functions?
Well, let me just tell you, although, again, it is in final, this is proprietary info, so only you and I will know about this. But this line was...
But you have patents and...
Absolutely.
Okay, yeah.
But what we're doing with this is basically 3 things. We want to have a Pelican design efficient unit that represents what we've always made, number 1. Number 2, we want to have something at some really great price points for certain dealer bases. Number 3, the thing about Pelican cases, you run them over with a truck, you submerge them, they go down the hill, but in terms of protecting your equipment, they're somewhat heavy, and that's just the trade-off.
Well, but that's as you said, the trade-off. That's the cost of using it. So, do we have a weight reduction in this line?
Somewhere between 20 and 30% when we're finished.
May I?
Absolutely, pick it up. You'll see it.
I'm sorry. Okay, I was anticipating, a bit more heft. You probably even noticed the way I was trying to pick it up, but when I started to, it went higher than I expected it to go. So this weight on this case is, approximately 30 pounds? 20 pounds?
No, probably about 20 pounds.
About 20,
this
30
particular
pounds?
size.
Okay.
But its predecessor, this will be about 25 to 30 pounds lighter.
Right.
It'll have all the efficiencies of a standard Pelican case. Watertight, better latches, better handles, mil-spec features.
Right.
And the design is traditionally really Pelican.
Let's let's pop this out if I may, and just lay it on top.
So what we have is everything that's Pelican. We change nothing that our customers have not been used to.
They've not grown accustomed to, correct?
You know? But look at the design. Look at some of the trim work here. It is very unique. It talks to our heritage, but it gives us a flavor that is new and exciting. And of course, the Vault logo was done, obviously, to give us a differentiating factor from our traditional Legacy and our Pelican Storm cases.
Right. Now, can we pop this open?
I think we probably can. So again,
you had mentioned that this is so new, I don't want to, well, it's all proprietary and you've got your patents, so it's not as if anyone is going to see something that they shouldn't see.
So what you have here,
I like these releases, Gary.
well,
I really do.
push-button latches are one of the great ideas from our Storm case line.
Right.
And we found that we had a customer base that was used to our, what we used to call the old double knuckle latches, and liked the idea of having a latching system that locked down real well. But look how easy that is.
Man.
Isn't that fabulous?
Oh, yeah, that is...
now push that button on the top.
An elderly person is not, well, I say elderly person, a person that does not have very much strength in their hands is not going to have difficulty with these latches as they perhaps would with a more traditional piece. I mean, the button just goes straight in and literally, using my little finger to...
Well, there are customers that want to get to their weapons quickly.
Correct.
But some customers originally with Storm said to us, well, wait a minute, Gary, is this going to have the same tensile strength?
Right.
Will this pop open and travel? And the answer is absolutely not. As a matter of fact, we get 1/2 of 1% max defective rate on our push-button latch systems on our original Storm cases.
Well, and also popping open in transit is not going to, I mean, it's going, you've got the latches are covered and supported with these secure pieces on the side, and of course the button itself, the release button, is completely flush. I'm pushing against it with the flat of my finger, and it's not depressing. And I'm pressing pretty hard. So yeah, you're not going to have inadvertent
in fairness to your eye, this looks pretty good, but this is actually a original prototype. Can you imagine what the finished piece will look like?
So this is only a prototype.
Absolutely.
Well, in that regard, Gary, and since we've hit it off so well today, and you even called me a journalist. I love that.
Okay.
That was, what a compliment. Since I'm such a great journalist, I'll be able to test and evaluate the prototype, right?
Absolutely, in some way. As a matter of fact, we would be that comfortable if we were to release it to allow you to test it.
Wow. Well, I'm being a little facetious in my comment, but yeah, I appreciate that comment. So, were those the 3 high points you wanted to discuss?
That was probably the most highest of points that the customers are coming to this particular show. But just remember, once the show gets rolling, this booth you're in right now, everybody will come in to thank us for what we've made for 41 years.
Well, that's one reason why I wanted to be here first thing in the morning, because this booth, it's an end cap booth, I think is what they call it. Right. It's going to be pretty darn busy. And I'm a little surprised that it hasn't become a little overwhelming yet.
Well, it does and it doesn't. As I said, this is a very big show.
Yeah.
But when they come down here and you come back here again, you won't be able to get into this booth.
Right. Except you will be saving that case for me to take away.
Absolutely. It was nice to see you.
It was a pleasure to meet you. Thank you, sir. Just have a safe trip. Well, you're just in Torrance, brother, so I was going to say have a really safe trip home. Just mind that traffic on the 15, right?
Oh, you betcha.
Okay, take care.
Thanks much.